Welcome to Mates. Well, this is Mangeya, the Mates Ego. And this part is for Zimsec, Zimbabwe School Examination Council. It's Mathematics O Level, Paper 1 for June 2024 session. Then the first thing, please, instructions, especially on the degree of accuracy. If it's not specified, please leave your answer to 3 significant figures unless otherwise stated. Then omission of essential working will actually result in loss of marks. So show all your working. Right, first part number 1, simplify. Right, first thing, you remove the bracket. You can put a 1 outside the brackets, remove the bracket. So it will be 0. Then minus 1 times minus 3 is plus 3. Minus times minus is plus. Then 0 plus 3 is 3, done. Next, question number part B. 8 over 3 is a recurring decimal. You just divide 8 over 3. Right? 8 into 3 into 8 is 2. Remainder 2. Then 8 into 3 into 20 is 6. Remainder 2. 3 into 20, 6. Remainder 2. So it will be 6, 6, 6, 6, 6, 6, 6. So as a recurring, you just say 2.6. Then you put a dot on 6 to indicate that 6 is a recurring digit. Next, find this one square root. First thing first, you have to convert or change your number to be improper fraction. This one's called is a mixed number. So you maintain your square root. Then you say 25 times 1, then plus 11. 25 times 1 is 25 plus 11 is 36 over 25. Then this one is the same as root of 36 over root of 25. Root of 36, that's 6. Root of 25, it's 5. So it's plus or minus 5. Always, square root of a number, you have to put plus or minus. Please take note of that part. Then leave your answer as a mixed number. So it's 1 and 1 over 5, plus or minus. Done. Next, simplify 2 and 2/3 divided by 2. First thing, convert this part to be improper fraction. You say 3 times 2, 6. 6 plus 2, the numerator, is 8 over 3 divided by 2. Then this is the same as 2 over 1. Introduce a multiplication and invert this part. It will be 1 over 2. Then you can say 2 into 8. You can simplify it. 2 into 2, 1. 2 into 8, it's 4. Then 4 times 1 is 4. 3 times 1 here is 3. Then your answer will be 1 and 1/3. Done. Next, find the value of this one. You apply board mass. Board mass, you put this one inside the brackets. So you divide first before you can add. So 6 divided by 3 is 2. So it will be 9 plus 2. 9 plus 2, it's 11. Done. Just like that. Next, evaluate. Right, remember this is paper 1, no calculator. So the best way to deal with decimals is to convert them to be fractions. So let's convert this to be fraction. 0.032. You say 32 over 1. Right. You just write the numbers that will be there. That's 3 and 2. That's 32 over 1. Then you put the number of zeros that are equivalent or equal to the number of decimal places. Like how many values after the comma? We have 1, 2, 3 after the comma. So you put 3 zeros. Then you say divided by 4 over 1. Then how many numbers after comma? It's 1. So you put 1 0. If there were 2 numbers, 2 zeros. 4 numbers, 4 zeros. 5 numbers after comma, 5 zeros. In that order. Right. Then 32 over 1000. Right. This one you can simplify. You can say 32. Oh, let's just see invert. Introduce multiplication, then invert. Invert this one is 10 over 4. Then divide. 0, 0 cancel out. 10, 10 or cancel out. Then 4 into 32 is actually 8. Right. We're left with 8 and 100. You can simplify by 4. 4 into 8. Let me write it here. 8 over 100. 4 into 8 is 2. 4 into 100 is 25. So the answer is 2 over 25. Done. Next, 3 learners A, B, and C contribute $20, $30, and $50 respectively. They bought a packet of sweets with 150 sweets worth $100. Write down the ratio of the money they contributed in ascending order in its simplest form. The ratio in ascending order starts with the smallest 20, S2, 30, S2, 50. Then we divide, common factor is 10 here. So divide everything by 10. So this one will cancel out, cancel out, cancel out. So it will be 3, 2, S2, 3, S2, 5. Just like that's the ratio. Then if the three learners shared the sweets in the ratio of the money they contributed, calculate the number of sweets C got. C got, that's 50, that's the ratio 5, right? So it's 5 over total. Total ratio, 2 plus 3 plus 5, which is 10. So C got 5 over 10 of the total number of sweets that they shared. How many? There are 50, 150 sweets. Times 150, then 10, 5, 5, 0, 0, 10 into 5, 150 is 15. 5 times 15 is 75 sweets. Done. Next, two U's A and B are 3 kilometers apart. UA is 150 meters above sea level. The person on top of the UA sees the peak of UB at an angle of elevation of 15 degrees. Use as much information given below as is necessary. Find the height of UB above sea level. Right. First thing is to sketch. We're given this, there are two U's here. And these two U's, they are 3 kilometers apart. We have UA and UB. Right? They said UA is 150 meters above sea level, taking the horizontal of the base as sea level. So this will be A will be 150 meters above sea level. Let's say A is here. Right? Then they said the person on top of UA, on top of UA, then sees the peak of UB at an angle of elevation of 15. Angle of elevation is the angle that is made with the horizontal. Like this one is my horizontal. I am looking at something up there. Then the angle of elevation, the angle that I make, I'm looking, this one is my eye. I'm looking something up there. So the angle that I make with the horizontal, this angle, that's the angle of elevation, theta. So I can put my top of UB here. So the person is at A, is looking up UB. Right, so the angle that he makes with this horizontal, let me just put it. This angle is actually 15 degrees. That's the angle, yes. So this part is the top of UB. So what do they want? Find the height of UB above sea level, right? So if two parts here, I can say this one is 150 meters plus, let me call it this one X. So the height of UB is 150 plus X, right? So let's find X. How can we find X? Using soccer tour, right? This one 3 kilometers. Please take note. This one is 150 meters. So better to convert 3 kilometers to meters. You multiply by 1,000. 1 kilometer, 1,000 meters. So it will be 3,000 meters. It's the same as this part. 3,000 meters. So using soccer tour, this part is the opposite. This part is the adjacent. So applying soccer tour or Chashotao. Or Chashotao. So this, you can see that we have opposite, adjacent, that's tower, tan. So it's a tan of an angle, which is 15, is equals to opposite, that is X over adjacent, that is 3,000. Right. Then cross multiply 3,000 tan 15 is equals to X. Right. Then you multiply, first thing you take, tan 15 is this part. So you take 3,000 times tan 15 is 0.0875, then is equals to X, right? The trick here, when there are zeros, you just move your comma. Like in this case, if I can cancel this number, this 0, I'll move my comma one place, cancel another, I'll move my comma another place, cancel this other, I'll move my comma to B. So I'll be left with 3 times 87.5 is equals to X. That's the trick when dividing or multiplying with 110, 1000. If I'm multiplying like 0.035 times 100, for example, I'll just have to move comma 2 decimal places. So it will be 35. That's the trick. So in the zeros, that's what you do. Then 3 times, right, 3 times 5 is 15, 5 carry 1. 3 times 21, 22, 2 carry 2. 3 times 24, 26. Then comma. So 262, no, this one's not the answer. This is not the final answer. 262.5. That's x. 262.5. Then I add 150 to find the total. So it's 5 here, 2 here, 1 carry 1, 4. So it's 412.5, right? So that's the answer done. Next, in the diagram, points P, Q, and R are on the circumference of a circle center O. POR is 300 degrees and QPO is equals to QRO is x degrees given. Then they say the question, find PQR and find x. Like, let's just find everything here. PQR is this one, right? Applying this angle here, I can call it y. It's a relationship with this angle. That angle at the center is twice angle at the circumference of a circle. So this angle at the center is 2 times the angle PQR. So you can find that one first. How? Use angles at a point. You subtract 300 from 360. You get 60 degrees. So this angle is 60 degrees. That's PQR. Then 60 divided by 2, applying angle at the center is twice at the circumference. You get this one y is 30 degrees. Right? Then you can use angles in a quadrilateral, like this shape. It's a quadrilateral, 4-sided shape with this angle, and this angle, and this angle. They must give you 360 angles in a quadrilateral. So it will be x plus 30 plus 300 is 360 angles in a quadrilateral. Then 2x plus 330 is equal to 360. Then 2x is equal to 360 minus 330. Then it will be 2x is equal to 30. Wow. So you divide by 2. You get your x is 15 degrees. Done. So I found all the angles here. So my x is 15 degrees. So all the working must appear in this space. Please take note of that part. You must write all your working on that part, not on the circle. No. Then solve the simultaneous equations. Right, we can call this one equation 1. This one equation 2. Then, like you see in equation 1, x is already made subject of formula. Then it's easier now to use substitution method. We can just say substitute in 2. In equation 2, it will, where there is x, you put 3 minus 3y. So 2y is equals to x, 3 minus 3y, then minus 8. Then now solve. 2y is equals, remove the bracket, 3 minus 3y, minus 8. Collect like terms. 2y plus 3y is equals to 3 minus 8. Then this will give you 5y is minus 5. Divide by 5 by 5. You get your y is equals to negative 1 or minus 1. Now for x, you just substitute in the first equation. So you say x is equals to 3 minus 3 minus 1, which is equals 3 plus 3, which is equals to 6. So you write x 6, y minus 1. Done. Just like that. Then next, a rectangular O measuring 6 meters by 5 is a window measuring 1.5 by 1.2. The wall needs to be painted. Calculate the area of the wall to be painted. The area, look, my wall is made up of 2 parts. I have this one is the wall. Then there is a window inside. So it means we're not supposed to shade the window, which means the area that you have to shade is this part. You see, that's the area that has to be painted actually. So this area is 1.5 times 1.2, that's the window, and this one is 6 by 5. So you say area of the bigger shape minus area of the smaller shape, which is 6 times 5, that is 30 bigger shape. Then 1,5 times 12 times 1,2, 0 here, 5, 1. 10, 2 times 5, 10, 0, carry 1, 3. So it's 0, 8, 1. So it's 1,8, 2 decimal places. So it will be, the final answer is 30 minus 1,8. So you put 0.00 so that it will match. That's on subtraction. Right, then this one, it's 0, then 10 minus, then this will cancel, it will be 2. 10 minus 8 is 2, then 0 minus 2, it can't, you borrow 10, then it will be 1 here, it's 8 here, then it's 28.2. Units, please. Put units. Don't forget to put units. Then 8, the universal set. A subset A and B. A subset is found inside the universal set. Then this one, the universal set, it contains values of x. It means values of x such that this dot dot, it means such that these values of x are between 1 and 20 inclusive. And these are whole numbers. X is an integer. So integer or whole numbers between 1 and 20. Those are the values that are taken by the universal set. Then A is contains the values which are less than 10. Then B contains values that are perfect cubes. Perfect cube. Then list all the elements of B. So B, perfect cube. Right, what is a perfect cube? If you can say 1 times 1 times 1, we get 1. 1 is a perfect cube. 2 times 2 times 2, we get 8 is a perfect cube. 3 times 3 times 3 is equals to 27. So 1, 8, 27, these are called perfect cubes, right? Or cube numbers. Cube numbers. So set B is perfect cube numbers between 1 and 20. So you have 1 and 8. Just 1 and 8, right? 27 is more than, it's above 20. So you can't include 27. Right, then next item, A intersection B. Oh, we have to find set A first. Set A, these are numbers less than 10. That's A. So numbers less than 10 starting from 1. So set A is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. 10 is not included because it's less than 10 here. So 10 is not in the range, it's out of the range. Right, then you compare these two sets. Intersection means what is common or found in both these two sets. Like we have the values that are common. What do we have here? We have this one set B, this one set B. It's just 1, 8. Do you have 1 here? We have 1, we have 8. Yes. So those are the two. So you have 1 and 8. That's A intersection B. Next, hence or otherwise, state the relation between set A and B. Oh, look. Set B contains 1, 8. And set A contains this one. So set B is found inside set A. If you want to draw this one in set notation, so B is found inside set A. So because of this, you can say B is a subset of A. We use this one, notation is subset of A. So B is a subset of A, which means B is found inside A. Then express this one in standard form. Right, standard form is A times 10 to the power n, where A is a number that is between 1 and 10, like this. Then n is an integer or a whole number. It can be negative or positive as long as it's an integer, right? Then, so my A here, look, this one 732. For it to be a number that is between 1 and 10, your comma is supposed to be between 7 and 3. So that it will be 7.3. That's a number between 1 and 10. So I say times 10 to the power, right? Your comma initially was after 2. So it has jumped how many numbers? 2 numbers, which means 2 and 3. These are 2 numbers that have jumped. Then moving to the left is positive. If it was to the right, it's negative. Then you say times 10 to the power minus 1. That was already there. This one. Then you maintain the base. 10,32, just write 10,32. Then you maintain the base on this 10 to the power 2 times 10 to the power minus 1. Apply laws of indices. Maintain the base and add the powers when multiplying indices of the same base. So you say 2 plus minus 1 is 1. Like this. Please, this one must be there, the power. What they say, leave your answer in standard form. Part B. 3 towns A, B, and C are situated along a straight road, such that town C is 4 times 10 to the power 2 kilometers from town A, and town B is this one, 1.88 times 10 to the power 2 from town A. Find the distance of town B from town A give the answer in standard form. Right, so what you do is, let's draw our line first. All these towns, they are from, it's from town A. So town C, so the town C is from this one to C, from A to C is 4 times 10 to the power 2. Then from A to B is 1.88 times 10 to the power 2. Then they want the distance BC. Your answer is standard form. So just subtract AC minus AB. So AC is 4 times 10 to the power 2 minus AB 1.88 times 10 to the power 2. Right? There are so many ways of working with this one. You can convert ordinary form, or you can use this simple method. Just factor out 10 to the power 2. You'll be left with 4 minus 1.88 inside the brackets. Then subtract this part. 4 minus 1.88 is 4 minus 1.88. Right, you put your comma, you put 0 there. Like this. Minus subtraction. So it will be 0 minus 8, it can't, 10, then you add here, it will be 9. 10 minus 8 is 2. 0 minus 9, it can't, you add here, then here it will be 2. 10 minus, it's 1, then 2. So it's 212, 2.12 times 10 to the power 2. And units, these are kilometers. Next part, question number 10, round off this number correct to the nearest $10. $10, these are the 5, these are the units, tens. These are the tens. So this one, you look at this 9, then check this number, which is 5. If it's 5 and above, you add 1 to the number before it. But if you can add 1, then this will become 9, but you put, it will become 10, you put 0, you add 1 to the other one, 9, it will become 10, 0, you add 1 to this 9, it will become 10, 0, then you put the 1 here. Then all the other digits, they will be converted to zeros. So it will be 10,000. And this is money. So it will be 10,000 pounds. Right? Next, correct to the nearest centimeter. Right? You convert first to a fraction. Then you convert to decimal. Then after that, you can, it will be easy. Say 5 times 3 plus 1. 15 plus 1, 16 over 5. Right? 5 into 15. 5 into 15 is 3. It's 3 times 5 times 3 is 15. Remainder 1. So it will be 3.2, right? 3.2, the nearest centimeter is 3.2 centimeters. Is just 3 centimeters. Put units. Next, express 432 as a product of its prime factors. This one. So you just use long division. Right? First, you start with 2. Then 2 into 4, 2. 2 into 3, 1. Remainder 1. 2 into 12 is 6. Then by 2 again. 2 into 2, 1. Then 2 into 1 is 0. Then 2 into 16, 1, 6 is 8. By 2 again. 2 into 10 is 5. 2 into 8, 4. By 2 again. 2 into 5 is 2. Remainder 1. 2 into 14 is 7. By 3 now. 3 into 27 is 9. Then by 3 again. 3 into 9 is 3. By 3 again. 3 into 3, 1. So it will be 2 to the power 1. How many 2's do you have? 1, 2, 3, 4. So it's 2 to the power 4 times 3 to the power 1, 1, 2, 3. 3 to the power 3. Just like that. Then they said, hence find the smallest number by which 432 must be multiplied to get a result which is a perfect square. Perfect square, all the items must be squared. Like check. So you take this one, 2 to the power 4 times 3 to the power 3. Make them squared, so it will be 2 to the power 2 times 2 to the power 2. You break this one 2 to the power 4. Then you break also this one 3 to the power 2 times 3. So perfect square, it must be squared, 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 everything, right? So you can see this one 3 to the power 1. It must be 3 to the power 2. For it to be 3 to the power 2, what number are we supposed to multiply? Is 3 to the power 1, right? So that it will be 3 to the power 2, which means the value that you have to multiply is 3. That's the value that you have to add in this case. So it's just 3. Done. Then the value will be a perfect square. Next, a green grocer bought 80 oranges for 640 and sold them at $15 each. Find the percentage profit made. Percentage profit. So first, you might want the profit. Profit is sales minus cost. Sales each, you multiply 80 by 15. Was 15 each, and there are 80 oranges in total. So 15 times 80 minus 640. Right, let's multiply this one, find the profit first. Right. So metric, this is the same as 150 times 8. So it will be 8 times 0, 0. You can take that 0, you can put to 15. Yeah, that way, so that you can simplify things better. 8 times 0, 8, 0. 8 times 5, it's 40. 0 carry 4. 8 times 4, 8 plus 4 is 12. So 1,200 minus 640, what do we get here? Let's do the subtraction. 0 minus 0 is 0. 4 minus 0 minus 4, it can't, so it's 10. 10 minus 4, this will be 7. 10 minus 4 is 6. 12 minus 7 is 5. Right? Yeah, you can just say it like that. 12 minus 7 is what? It's 5, yes. So it's 560. So the profit is 560. Then to find the percentage profit, you say sales or revenue minus cost over cost times 100 expressed as a percentage. So it will be sales minus cost, that's the profit, which is 560, over cost, which is 640, then times 100, because one the percentage profit that was made. Right, this part cancel out, then you can use what here? By 8. 8 into 56 is 7. 8 into 64 is 8. Then you can use here 4. 4 into 8 is 2. 4 into 100 is 25. Something like this. Then you can multiply 7 by 25. It will be 7 times 5, 35. Carry 3. 7 times 2, 14, plus 3, 17 over 2. Then you simplify this one. Now it's easy. Then 2 into 1 can't. Then 2 into 17, it's 16, that's 8. Remainder 1. 2 into 15, that's 7. Remainder 1. So it will be 10. So it's 87.10, and these are dollars. Next, a woman invested 4,000 in a bank at 3% simple interest. The money earned an interest of 240. Find the time your money was in the bank. Find the time your money was in the bank. A woman invested 4,000 in the bank. Simple interest, right? Simple interest, you say interest is principal times rate times time over 100. Then the interest is 240, substitute. Principal, that's the amount invested. 4,000 times rate, that's 3%, times time, we don't have time. Then over 100. Then you're looking for the time t. Right? So if I'm simplifying, then you can see we have 4,000 over 100. These 2 zeros can cancel 2 zeros there. So it will be 240 is equal. Then 40 by 3 is 120 t. Then divide by 120. 240 over 120 is equal to t. This will give you 2. So 2s. Done. Next, a learner P walks to school every day, which is 5 kilometers from the learner's home. In order for the learner to reach the school at 7:15, the time at which the lesson commences, the learner leaves home at 05:45. Write 05:45 in 12-hour notation. 12 hour is PM and AM. That's 12 hour. Then 24 is hours. So 12 hour, here you write 05, you put dots, 45, then this one is AM. Then next, on one of the days, learner P arrived at school at 7:25. Find the time by which learner P was late for the lessons. Time was late, right? What time are the lessons starting? is 715. But this one, 725. So let's subtract 725 minus 715. That's the time by which this guy was late for the lessons. So it's 10 minutes. Then you put your answer here, it's 10 minutes. He was late by 10 minutes. Then item 2, calculate the average speed in kilometers per hour at which learner P was walking on the day that the learner was late. Average speed is equal to total distance traveled over total time taken. That's average speed for this whole journey, right? So in this case, you have to find the distance. What was the distance here? It's 5 kilometers. That's the distance. Then the time now. This guy from home, it's 5:45. Then when he was late, you arrived at 7:25. Right? So we can say on the day that the learner was late. So it says 7:25 first minus 5:45. Right, first, let me just separate this one to be easier for you. You subtract the 2 times, that will be the time that this guy took, right? We have hours and minutes. These are hours and these are minutes. You subtract hours separate from minutes, right? And that's the easiest way to subtract time. It's a problem subtracting time, but just subtract hours separate from minutes. Like you have 25 minutes, you say 25 minus 45. It can't. You borrow 1 hour from 7, so there will be 6 hours there. And you borrow 1 hour, you put it on this side. But if you can borrow 1 hour, it's supposed to go to the minutes. You convert it to minutes, it's supposed to be 60 minutes. Right? So it says 60 plus 25, it's 85. 85 minus 45 is 40. You see? So it will be 40. Minutes, these are minutes. Then here, 6 minus 5 is 1 hour. So it took 1 hour, 40 minutes. Now our time speed is needed in kilometers per hour. Our distance is 5 kilometers. So we say now our speed is distance, which is 5 over. Right, we have to convert 1 hour 40 to be in hours only. Well, these are kilometers already. To be in hours only, you say 1 hour plus 40 minutes. You convert 40 minutes to hours is 40 over 60, and there will be hours. So this and this will cancel out, it will be 2/3. So 1 plus 2/3 is 1 and 2/3. Convert to be a mixed number is 3 times 1. To be an improper fraction, 3 times 1 plus 2. 3 times 1, 3 plus 2 is 5 over 3. So this will be hours. So you divide here by 5 over 3 hours. So it will be presented in this form. Since you don't have a calculator, you not be using a calculator in this paper. What you do, you divide, use this division instead of this line. Then to be divided by 5 over 3 is still the same. So it will be 5. Then introduce multiplication, then invert 3 over 5. 5 will cancel out. It will be 3 kilometers per hour. That will be the speed. Done. Next, in the diagram, triangle PSR is such that QT is parallel to RS. QT is parallel to RS. Then QRS is 50 degrees shown. This one's 30 degrees shown. PQ is equal to QS is marked. Then they said find SQT. We have the angles SQT, TQP, and PTQ. Right, let's just find all the angles here. Right, first thing, we have parallel lines, apply Z angles or alternating angles. This angle is 30. Why? These are alternating angles or Z angles or Z angles on a Z. They are actually the same, they are equal. Right? Then next part, we have corresponding angles 50 and this angle. That is PQT. This one is 50 degrees. Reason, these are corresponding angles. One is inside, the other one is outside the parallel lines. They are corresponding angles, they are equal. Sometimes they are also part of the F angles. Right? So they are equal. Now using triangle SQP, we can say this whole angle here is 50 plus 30, that's 80. So you can find this angle at S and angle at P. How? It's a SQP, it's isosceles triangle. So base angles, they are equal. So you just say 180 minus 80 divided by 2, which is equals 50 degrees. So this angle is 50 degrees. This angle is 50 degrees. Based on base angles of an isosceles triangle. Done. Right. Now to find angle at T, let me find all the angles. Angle at T is equal to this whole angle at S. Why? They are corresponding angles. So 50 plus 30 is 80. So this angle is 80. Reason, corresponding angle. So you have to be writing this reason that I'm talking about, that I am actually talking about. So you have to write them down, these reasons, to show why you are saying maybe this angle is this size. So write the reasons, please. Then to find this angle here is the one that is left. You can just say it's using triangle SRQ. You say angles in a triangle add up to 180. 30 plus 50. 30 plus 50 is what? 80 from 180 is 100. So this angle is 100 degrees. Done. So actually I found all the angles. Next, 14. Two learners P and Q write a mathematics test. The probability that P passes the test is 3/5. The probability that Q passes the test is 2/3. Complete the tree diagram below by inserting the probabilities not given. Right? The probability that P passes the test is 3/5, which means it's either this guy will pass or will not pass. There are only two possibilities. So if you are given one probability, to find the other one, you subtract this from 1. So it will be probability of failing is 1 minus 3/5, that is 2/5. The probability that Q passes is 2/5, which means Q fails is 1 minus 2/3, which is equals 1/3. That's how you deal with probability. Right, then they say complete this guy. Is a tree diagram. 3/5, right? Each branch adds up to 1. So you just say 1 minus 3/5, you get 2/5 this side. On this part, 1 minus 1/3, you get 2/3 here. You get also 2/3, 1 minus 2/3, you get 1/3 here. That's what they do. These are true free marks. Part B, find the probability that only one of the learners pass the test. Only one of them pass the test. So it's either P will pass, Q will fail, or Q will pass and P will fail. Just like that. So we have this branch, P will pass and Q fail. This is the branch that one, or this one will fail and Q will pass. These are the branches. So it's the first one is 3/5 times 1/3. Oh, which means you say plus. Then you say 2/5 times 1/3. Right, just multiply the numerators. 3 times 1 is 3/5 times 3, 15. Plus this one, 2 times 1 is 2/5 times 3, 15. This one is supposed to be 2/3, right? Not 1/3. So it's this one will fail, 2/5. This one will pass 2/3. Right. It's correct now. Then 2 times 2 is supposed to be 4. So 3 plus 4, just add the numerators, is 7/15. Right, this working is supposed to be taken to put here. Take this working, you put it here. So your answer will be 7/15. Next, factorize completely, right? Just find the common factors on the numbers. Where 4 and 2 is 2. Factor out 2, x, y, no common factors. 2 into 4x is 2x. 2 into 2y is y. So this is the answer. You put it here. Next, factorize. This one is called a difference of two squares. They are numbers with square roots that are subtracting each other. So you take the square root. Square root of 4 is 2. Square root of x squared is x. Square root of y squared is y. So you just say the first one, 2x, you put a minus sign, minus y. You open another bracket, then you put a plus sign. The same things, but put a positive sign, just like that. Hence or otherwise, find the LCM, lowest common multiple of this item. Right, these ones, you just take the factors here, and the factors here. These are the factors. So what do? You just take take the thing that are common. You have this and this, right? It's common. You write it here. 2x minus 1. If it was the highest common factor, then that was going to be the highest common factor. Now, lowest common multiple, you take also the other thing that we didn't cancel here. We have 2 here. You write it, you take it, you put it here. Then you also have this one, 2x plus 1. You also put it here. That's the lowest common multiple. Done. 16. The table below contains distance covered in kilometers per given liters of fuel. State the type of variation connecting the two quantities. Right? Variation we have two, direct or inverse. Direct variation is when one quantity is increasing, the other one is also increasing. Or when it's decreasing, the other one is also decreasing. That's called a positive relationship or a direct variation. Inverse is they go in the opposite direction. When one is increasing, the other one decreases. That's called inverse variation. Right. So this case, let's check. When the number of fuels is 0.5, is 7.5 distance. When they rose to 10, 150. When distance rose to 450, number of liters are now 30. So the number of the distance is increasing, and the number of liters of fuel are also increasing. So it's called direct variation. Direct variation. The next question, express D in terms of L. Express D in terms of L. Right? Distance follows a direct relationship with L. So distance introduce an equal sign and a constant L. That's with all variations, whether direct, inverse, joint or partial variation. It's still the same thing. Introduce an equal sign and a constant. In this case, I've used K as my constant. Right now, want the relation between D and L. You have to find the value of the constant K. Just use any two combinations of values that are easy. I can choose 10 and 150. When D is 150, L is equal to 10. D 150, L is equal to 10. So where there's D, I put 150. K, L, I put 10. Then I divide by 10 here to find my K. So I find it is 15. K is equals 15. Then I take this K, I'll substitute in this equation. It will be D is equal to 15L. So this is the relationship connecting D and L, or expressing D in terms of L. Done. Next, calculate amount of fuel in liters that will be required for a distance of 480 kilometers. We're given distance 480. Then what will be liters is we don't have. So substitute, we use this equation. So D, you put 480, 15L. Then you divide by 15 both sides. So you get your L equals to, let's simplify, by 5. 3 here, by 5 here, 9 here, remainder 3, into 36. 3 into 96 is 32. Size 32 liters. L is equals 32 liters. Write units, please. Put your units. Liters. These are my units. Next. 17. They said in the diagram above, school F is 8 kilometers due north of school E. School G is 5 kilometers from school E on a bearing of 24 degrees. Find the compass bearing of school E from school G. Bearing is from the north of the from point in a clockwise direction. That's how you calculate your bearing. So find the compass bearing of school E from school G, which is from the north of G to the line with E. This is the angle that you want. Right? How do you find this angle? It's easy. You can find this angle GEF first. You say 360 minus 240. 0 to 120. So this angle is 120. Then this angle at G and angle at E, they're actually called co-interior angles. They are supplementary. Co-interior angles on parallel lines, they are supplementary. They add up to 180. So to find the angle at G, you say 180 minus 120, which is 60 degrees, based on co-interior angles, right? So the compass bearing now 60 degrees is 60 degrees. But you write it as, it contains northeast, southwest. It's from the north of G going to the east. So it's northeast. That's the compass bearing. Done. Next, calculate the distance of school F from school G, leaving your answer in set form. Of school F from school G, let's join the two items. I can call it GF. Right. We have 8 kilometers, 5 kilometers, and angle between them 120. So you can just simply use this one is what? Cosine, the cosine rule, where B and C are this one, 8 and 5. And this one is my A, which is GF, and angle is 120, 5 and 8. So I can say A squared, B squared plus C squared minus 2BC cos A. A, B, and C is 8 and 5. So 5 squared plus 8 squared. Then this one is GF squared minus 2, 5, 8 cos 120. Right? So it will be GF squared is equal, simplify this, 5 squared 29, 8 squared is 64. 64 plus 29 is 89. Minus 2 times 5 is 10 times 8 is 80. Cos 120, let's confirm here. 64 plus 25, yes, is 89. Then it will be, right, so you put square roots both sides. So your answer will be root of 89 minus 80 cos 120. Please take note, don't subtract 89 minus 80. These are unlike terms. It's more like 89 minus 80x. You can't subtract this one. It's very wrong. It's pretty wrong. Next, 18. Given that we have this one, these are matrices, find the value of y. First thing, combine this side. So it will be 1 minus 4 minus 3, 2 minus 7 minus 5, 6 minus 3y. It's just 6 minus 3y. Then 3 minus 10 is minus 7. Then it's equals to minus 3 minus 5, 9, and minus 7. Like this. Right? Equate. You say this 3 is equal to this 3. Minus 5 is equal to minus 5. Minus 7 minus 7. Which means 6 minus 3y must be equal to 9. Collect like terms. That's how I find your y. 9 minus 6 minus 3y is equals to 3. Then divide by minus 3. You get your y is equals to minus 1. Done. Next. Right. These are matrices. On matrices, you check the first matrix. It has 2 rows and 1 column. 2 by 1 matrix. The second matrix you're multiplying is it has 1 row and 2 columns. So if we can put this one inside like this, then you get a 2 by 2 matrix. So the matrix that we are supposed to get is a 2 by 2 matrix. Right? You multiply is row by column. Row by column. That's the principle of multiplication of matrices. So it will be 2 times 1. That's the first one. The second one is 2 times minus 3. Then down here is 3 times 1. Here is 3 times minus 3. 2 times 1 is 2. 3 times 1 is 3. Minus 6. Minus 9. So this will be your answer. Done. Next, given that this matrix is the inverse of this one, right? A matrix times its inverse is equals to identity matrix. Identity matrix is 1, 0, 0, 1. You have to know this concept, right? A matrix times its inverse is equals to identity matrix. Then, so you multiply. So this matrix 9 x to 1 times its inverse, which is 1 minus x minus 2 and 9. You must get an identity matrix 1, 0, 0, 1. Then, so what you have to do is simplify, then you equate. You equate the corresponding values after simplifying. This minus 2, let me check. It's minus 1 minus x minus 2 and 9. Okay. Okay, right. Then multiply 9 times 1, row by column. 9 times 1 plus x times minus x. Then here it will be times minus 2. Wait. It's row by column, row by column. 9 times 1 plus x times minus 2 is minus 2. Then the second one, 9 times minus x plus x times 9. Then here, 2 times 1, down here, the second row times the first column. 2 times 1 is 2 times 1. 1 times minus 2. Then next, 2 times minus x, 1 of second row and second column, plus 1 times 9 is equals to 1001. Then you simplify this part. 9 times 1 is 9 minus 2x. Then 9 times minus x is minus 9x plus 9x. Then 2 times 1 is 2 minus 2. Then here, 2 times minus x is minus 2x plus 9. Then it will be equal to 1001. Right. Now let's simplify further. Here you get 9 minus 2x. Here you get 0. Here you get 0. Here you get minus 2x plus 9. Then is equals to 1001. Right. Now you equate now. You equate the corresponding values. 9 minus 2x must be equal to 1. 9 minus 2x is equals to 1. That's what you do. You can see 0 is equals to 0, 0, 0, everything. Or you can take minus 2x plus 9 is equals to 1. Still the same. Then to minus 2x is equals to 1 minus 9. Minus 2x is equals to minus 8. You divide by minus 2 by minus 2, you get to x is equals to 4. Done. Just like that. Next, 19. Write down the value of 1 in this one. Right, so this one is 7 to the power 0. The second one, 7 to the power 1, 7 to the power 2. So it will be 1 times 7 to the power 1, which is equal to 7. Next, evaluate, give your answer in base 9. So write it down, 1016 base 9, then 881 base 9, you add. Right, the rule on a chain of number basis is the base must not be, the number that you write must not be more than or equal to the base. In this case, 9. 6 plus 1 is 7. Just write your 7 is less than 9, our base. Then 1 plus 8. 1 plus 8 is now 9. It's equal to the base. So you can write 9 here. You divide by the base. You write 1 remainder 0. What you write here is the remainder, which is 0. Then you carry this 1 up here. It is 1 plus 0. 1 plus 8, 9. It is still the same thing. 9 divided by 9. 1 remainder 0, right? The remainder I carry 1. 1 plus 1 is 2. So it will be 2007 base 9. Done. Next, evaluate this one. Give your answer in base 2. So first thing, you work out in base 5. Then you convert to base 10. Then use division to convert to base 2. Done. Right. Let's do it now. 140 base 5 minus 123 base 5. Subtract. Right. So first you say 0 minus 3, it can't. You carry the base. Base is 5. You carry 5 here. Then you add here. It will be 3. You say 5 plus 0. 5 plus, then minus 3 is 2 here. Then 4 minus 3 is 1. 1 minus 1 is 0. Says 12 base 5. Now convert this one to base 10. This will be 5 to the power 0. 5 to the power 1. So it will be 2 times 5 to the power 0. Plus 1 times 5 to the power 1. 2 times 5 to the power 0 is 2 plus 5. So it's 7 base 10. Now convert in base 10 to be a number in base 2. So you divide. Now use long division. You divide by the base 2. 2 into 7 is 3, remainder 1. By 2 again, 2 into 3, 1, remainder 1. By 2 again, 2 into 1 is 0, remainder 1. So you take your numbers going upwards, it's 1, 1, 1, base 2. Done. Next, this one is a distance time graph. These are trivial graphs. What are they saying here? They're saying a man went for a walk. He left home at 9:30. His displacement time graph is given in the graph above. Then find the time he arrived back home. Right? He took how many hours? 4 hours. And it's from 9:30 to plus 4 hours. So you say 9:30, just 8 plus 4 hours. Minutes, that's 0. So you just put 0, 0. So you add. You get 30, you get 13 here. So 13:30 hours, or you can say 1:30 p.m. If it's a 12-hour notation, right? Hey, don't forget to put p.m. or a.m. If it was 24, 13:30, you're supposed to write hours. Then next, total distance traveled. Total distance traveled in this case is a distance time graph. Otherwise, if it was velocity time graph, the distance traveled was going to be the area under the graph. But in this case, it's just distance is already given, then time. So it's the distance going to, which is up to this point 6, and back home, which is 6. 6 plus 6 is 12. So it's just 6 plus 6. So it's 12 kilometers. Next, average speed for the whole journey. Average speed for the whole journey is total distance traveled over total time taken. Total distance over total time taken. That's average speed for the whole journey. So total distance is 12 kilometers. Total time, check the time here. Oh, it took just 4 hours from 0 to 4, 4 hours. So over 4, this one's pretty easy. So it's 3 kilometers per hour. Next, amount of time the man rested. Right, rested is when the speed was not increasing. Gradient of the distance time graph represents speed. So when the line was horizontal, is this portion of the graph, this portion. That's when the line is horizontal. So in this case, speed or velocity is equal to 0, which means the man is resting in this case, right? Or even distance not increasing, which means this man is not moving. Because distance not increasing, speed is equal to 0. So you check what one box represents how many minutes here? Is 30 minutes or 0.5 hours, or 30 minutes 0.5 hours. So how many boxes here? There are 2 boxes. So which means 2 times 0.5 hours is 1 hour. So you just put your working 0.5 hours is 1 hour. Done. Next, evaluate. Right. This one you don't apply indices. Why? Because it's plus. It's plus. If it was you're adding, if it was multiplication or division, that's what works with indices, right? So you just convert this one to ordinary form, this one also to ordinary form. 2 to the power 3 is 2 times 2 times 2, 3 times, which is 8. 2 to the power 2 is 2 times 2, which is 4. So it will be 8 plus 4, 12. Done. Next, these are indices. Any number raised to the power 0, the result in 1 is 1, which means this whole thing inside the brackets will be converted to 1. And the minus, it is outside the bracket, so it's not being affected by the power. Your answer is minus 1. This one, first thing, it's a number with a power raised to another power. You maintain the number, you multiply the powers. 3 times minus 2 over 3. Right? Then to simplify, 3 and 3 will cancel out. So you'll be left with 2 to the power minus 2, which is 1. Apply the laws of indices. Any number raised to a negative power is the same as 1 over the same number 2 when raised to a positive power. So it will be 1 over 2 squared is 2 times 2, which is 1 over 4. Done. Next, solve the equation. These are equations involving indices or powers. So you make sure express everything in powers of 3. Then after that, you just equate the powers. If these bases are the same, make sure the bases are the same. So it will be 3 to the power x times 3 to the power 3x is equals to 27 is 3 to the power 3. Then maintain the base here, add the powers. Because I am applying indices of the same base. So it will be 3 to the power 3x is equal to 3 to the power 3. Right? Same base, it means the powers are equal. Just ignore the bases and take the powers. Like this. Divide by 3, you get x is equal to 1. Done. Next. Right, this one is what? In the diagram above, this one is similarity. Area, the BC is equal to 3, everything is given. Area of triangle ACE is 24. ACE is the bigger item, right? Then they said what? Name a triangle which is similar to triangle ACE. Right? You have to name in terms of the angles. Angle that is similar to A. But what you do on similarity, please, the trick, just take the angles that are the same. Then you mark them. This angle is equal to this angle. You mark them. And this angle, let me put red, is equal to the is a common angle on both triangles, right? So if triangles, you have triangle AEC and DBC. So here they said similar to ACE. ACE, right? You start with the angle that is the same as A, which is D. C is still C. Then and E is B. So it's DCB. DCB. Next, find X. Right? If two shapes are similar, the ratio of their corresponding sides are equal, they are the same. So you just use the ratio of the sides here. So you can say you want to find X. X is this bigger triangle, which is X plus 3, over the side corresponding to that one, which is this mark marked with a black and a red. Is this one, DC, which is 4 centimeters, is equals to, then check the other one, the complete set. We have 2 plus 4, that's triangle AEC. That's 6 over the side that is similar to EC with the red and blue is BC, which is 3, like this. Then you cross multiply or just divide here. X over 3, X plus 3 over is equals to 2. Then you cross multiply, X plus 3 is equals 4 times 2, which is equals 8. 4 times 2, just cross multiply to this side 8. So it will be X is equals 8 minus 3, which is equals 5. So X is equals 5. This working, you have to bring it down. Right, so this working is supposed to be here. So X is equals to 5. Done. Next, calculate area of quadrilateral ABDE. ABDE, ABDE. A, B, D, E. O is this one, this part. Right? To find that one, just say area of the whole triangle minus area of triangle BCD. Right? Let's find the area of the whole triangle is 24 square centimeters. Let's find the area of BCD. Right? In similarity, you say if two shapes are similar, then the ratio of the sides squared is equal to the ratio of areas. Let's take the sides that are similar. Like you have 2 plus 4 is 6. Over the side that is similar to this one on small triangle BCD is 3. Squared is area of the bigger triangle, which is 24, over area of the smaller triangle, which is A. Then 6 divided by 2 by 3 is 2. 2 squared is 4. Is 24 over A. Right? Right, so that's the area. So you say here 4A is equals to 24. Then divide by 4. Then your A is equals to 6. So it's 6 square centimeters. That's the area of the smaller triangle. Then find the area of this one quadrilateral. It will be 24 minus 6. 24 minus 6. That's 18. 18 square centimeters. That's the area of the quadrilateral. Done. Next, number 23. An 11-sided polygon has 9 of its exterior angles, which are each x, and 2 which are each y. Then they say the sum of 9 interior angles adjacent to the x of the polygon is 1152, more than the sum of 2 interior angles adjacent to the angle y of the polygon. Form 2 simultaneous equations, right? You have to know that the sum of interior angles of any polygon, that's 360. So it's 11-sided polygon. Then there is 9 of its exterior angles. 9 of its exterior angles which are x degrees. So it will be 9 times x here. They are x degrees. Plus 2 their y is 2y is equal to 360. Just like that. Then that's the first inequality. That's the first simultaneous equation of the two simultaneous equations. Then the second one, the sum of 9 interior angles adjacent to x. Interior plus exterior, the adjacent angles, they add 180. So it means if the exterior is x, interior is 180 minus x. And there are 9 of them, you multiply by 9. Then 2x of the polygon is equals to 1152, more than the sum of the two interior angles. More than the sum of the two interior angles adjacent to y. Two interior angles adjacent to y, it will be 2 times 180 minus y. Right. So this one, each man for himself, just remove the bracket, collect like terms, then it will make sense, right? Like 9 times 0 is 0. Then 9 times 8 is 72, 2 carry 1. 9 times it will be 1020 minus 9x, then is equals to 1152. Then plus 2 times 180 is 0 here, is 360 minus 2y. Then collect like terms. You can say minus 9x plus 2y is equals to 1152 plus 360 minus 1020. Then you can form a simultaneous another equation. Then you can put them here. Done. Then you solve these simultaneous equations. I have solved one simultaneous equation above there. Then moving on to this one. A straight line L passes through the point 2 minus 3 and there's gradient of 3. Find the equation of the line L in the form. Right? To find the equation of a line, we need two things, gradient and a point. Point, we have it. Gradient is 3. So you say y is equals to 3x plus c. So you take the point. So this point means x is equals to 2 and y is equals to minus 3. You substitute here. Where there's y, put minus 3. Where there's x, put 2 plus c. Minus 3 is equals to 6 plus c. Then minus 3 minus 6. Take it the other side, is equals to c. So c is equals to minus 9. Take your c, substitute it here. It will be y is equals 3x minus 9. That's the equation done. Next, set the relationship between line L and the line whose equation is. Right, check the gradient. They have the same gradient, so they are parallel. So two lines with same gradient, it means the way they are sloping is the same. They are said to be parallel. Then next, given that f of x is equals to this one and that f of 2 is equals to 29, then find the two possible values of k. F of 2, you just take 2, you put where there is x. So f of 2, it will be 2 times 2 plus k squared, then it's supposed to give you 29. Then it will be 4 plus k squared is 29. Then k squared is 29 minus 4. K squared is equals to 25. Then you put square root, you square root both sides. Then it will be k is equals to square root of 25 is plus or minus 5. So k is plus or minus 5. Just like that. Then done. Signing out.